Hello, Wastelanders! I have some exciting things to show you in the world of AmericaRising 2 Enclave Immersion mods. Most of these have shown up on Nexus mods just within the last week or so a lot of the stuff's pretty new. And no, I can't confirm for sure whether Xbox has any of these mods or not. I just don't have a fantastic way of cross-referencing mods on the Xbox platform because I don't own one. So if anybody knows where I can find that information easily without a Microsoft Game Pass, then please let me know. I would love to be able to tell people which consoles these Nexus mods that I'm typically looking up are also available on. So some of these mods are mods that I have downloaded and been trying, and some of these mods are mods that I have not downloaded personally, but I just want to tell you in case they're useful for you. So let's get into it. If you're using the Lima detachment mod by Mr. Colonel Mustard and you want more continuity between the Lima detachment mod and the AmericaRising 2 mod by Otolino, well, someone has made this patch that makes all the Exo 1 power armors bear the same paint. The paint from Mr. Colonel Mustard's mods and Lima detachment appears everywhere, the oil rig and all other places that AmericaRising 2 spawns Exo 1. The reason I'm not showing this to you in game is I downloaded a different but similar mod. Atlas Summit Exo 1 to AmericaRising 2 Exo 1 by DBZ Warrior 360 dropped today, January 3rd, 2024, and it has a nice lore-friendly approach where the earliest suits in the AmericaRising 2 questline, they appear with the Atlas Summit Enclave Remnant look, and as you progress in the questline of AmericaRising 2 and the manufacturing capabilities on the oil rig ramp up, then all of the early suits are replaced by the shiny new dark black AmericaRising 2 suits. I just like the approach. It has a nice consistency to it for me. We all know that the Enclave loves its science, and if you wanted their scientists to have their own kind of special outfits, well then Little Window gave you that on December 21st with the AmericaRising 2 new Enclave scientists outfits. Dr. Kane even has her own unique version of the suit. I really like this. Next up, we have some exciting news for anybody who's a fan of compatibility patches between AmericaRising 2 and other Enclave-based mods, because on December 15th, Exoclyps dropped the AmericaRising 2 exocompat patches, full of patches for compatibility with mods like Depravity, Fourville, and Project Valkyrie. So if you're a fan of any of those mods, now AmericaRising 2 can work with them more smoothly. And Exoclyps also recently dropped the AmericaRising 2 Storywealth World compatibility patch by Exoclyps, and that of course gives us compatibility with the Storywealth World edits. And here's one I wish I'd known about just a little earlier. It's the AmericaRising 2 Creators Club Speak of the Devil patch by FirePonk. This makes it so that the remnants you encounter in the Creators Club quest to get the Exo 2 power armor are friendly if you are aligned with the Enclave. So you don't end up fighting Enclave troops as a member of the Enclave. That just makes such great sense, and it's so good for immersion. I wish I'd known about this when I played through the Speak of the Devil quest line. And in another stroke of immersion genius, Montrose has given us the AmericaRising 2 Constructable Guard patch. It means that the Constructable faction guardians that you can build for settlements can now wear all the AmericaRising 2 armor and gear and look the part to fit in with your AmericaRising 2 settlements. That includes robots. I'm really psyched about this, and I gave it a try myself at the Red Rocket in Nuka World. So if you're not familiar with the Constructible faction guardians, you go to the workbench menu and you go through the defense turrets, and you can find all of these different options for Enclave guardians, robots, and troopers of various ranks with either power armor or not, with different weapons and, different combat armor levels. So there is an endless amount of fun you can have putting just the right guardians into your settlement. And of course they cost caps. You have to hire them. As you can see, for example, we have Enclave gutsy robots from Mr. all the way up to Colonel. So there's just a whole bunch of variety here. Just a heads up, there are some discrepancies in the descriptions. This guy's supposed to be packing a Gatling laser, and when I built him, he's packing a regular minigun. But hey, overall this is wonderful to have. And if you build from the guards menu, they tend to stand still next to where you plant them, like this guy does. And if we build from the sandbox menu, when I build this guy up here way up at the edge of my settlement where there's usually a lot of conflict and attacks he'll probably end up getting caught up in, I notice he doesn't just stand stock still with his weapon drawn. Instead, he immediately starts marching around on patrol with his weapon drawn, and I think that's great. And the same thing occurs with this Enclave lieutenant that I build through the sandbox menu. She spawns in and just immediately starts patrolling. In fact, I kind of was worried that maybe she wouldn't stop. She just kind of keeps on going. Well, bon voyage, I guess. We'll see you when we see you. But overall, I really love these new faction guardians that you can build with the AmericaRising 2 equipment on them. It's fantastic. The next mod I'm going to show you is one I'm really happy to have as part of my Enclave world. I've downloaded it for myself. It's called Diverse Enclave, and it's brought to you by RSM 000 RSM. January 1st this one dropped, and it just gives us a lot more preset faces to spawn in on each type of Enclave trooper you can encounter in AmericaRising 2. So scientists, troops, officers, even the Fury Company gets a lot more faces, a lot more kinds of people, a lot more kinds of looks. As it says here, diversity. We know how many different types of people are out there in the wasteland. We know how many different types of people were just in pre-war sanctuary, so it makes sense that when we walk around the Enclave oil rig, we don't see a bunch of people who all look related. Am I right? And for those of you who are hungry for some immersion that's not just about how things look, I have another winner for you. On Christmas Day, modder Exoclyps gave us Storywealth Armaments. This mod is full of different balance adjustments and integrations into the level lists of the AmericaRising Enclave that I think is going to help people feel like the faction has even more of its own flavor. As you can see from these images, it adds Enclave Marine armor to the leveled list. That's so fantastic. It also puts the Exo 2 armor by Cypher into the leveled list. So I've used a number of different mods to try to make this happen. This mod could be your one-stop shop for this stuff. To account for the extra damage that Enclave-specific energy weapons do, we see balance adjustments to things like fire rate and ammo capacity and weapon weight here. I think that's so appropriate because every faction should have some give and take. I like a balanced game, and this kind of introduces some balance back into things. Now, the effects of these mods that I've been describing to you are actually hard for me to demonstrate for you, though, because my save file is so far along that most of these characters have spawned in before any of these changes would take effect. So as you can see, yes, I see Exo 2 power armor here, but it's the Creation Club kind from a whole different mod I have. I don't see any marine armor on any Enclave troops, but these troops were all in place in my save way before the mod was downloaded. So that kind of explains it. And when I come to the army base depot, yes, I see a couple of the Cypher Exo 2 suits. That may or may not be from the Storywealth Armaments mod. What I don't see are any marine armored Enclave troops, but that's probably because these guys were all already here in my save file. For me to really see the benefits of all this, I'd probably have to start a new playthrough. And I so looked forward to seeing the benefits that that's something I'm tempted to do. While I was here, I did discover something interesting. I built an Enclave Colonel Gutsy at my Army Depot settlement as a guard, and something strange immediately happened the second he spawned in. All the settlement robots turned hostile to Pack Brahmin and pets. Check this out. Yeah, savage, right? That Sentinel bot was built on the robot workbench. He isn't even a Constructible faction guardian, so I'm not sure why this Enclave Colonel Gutsy triggered him to be aggressive, but he certainly did. That sentry bot even chased down this Pack Brahmin all the way on the other side of the settlement. I don't know how much of a problem this is, or exactly how to solve it, or how important it is that I do, but this was a little disturbing, so now you know. And I do have a few more notes for you about things I've observed. When it comes to the Storywealth armaments, you can see that this plasma rifle does have a ammo capacity of 25 now, so that did take effect. But the laser Gatling only has a capacity of 500, and that was supposed to get bumped up to 1100, so I'm not sure why that is. And I didn't see a change in fire rate on any of the weapons that were supposed to get a fire rate change. Maybe it's because these weapons were all a part of my save before I downloaded the patch that not everything was affected, or not. I can't tell you for sure. I was able to confirm the new carbon fiber level of combat armor for the Enclave. It appears black. It actually looks great for the faction. I can also tell you that I can now apply ballistic weave to Colonel Whitehill's uniform and the covert uniform that is sold by Barrett. The thing is, I didn't see anywhere in the mod's description that that was one of the changes it implemented, so maybe I gained that ability from something else, maybe an update to AmericaRising 2, or I don't know what. If any of you viewers have the answers to the questions that I couldn't answer, then go ahead and let me know in the comments. I would love to find out what exactly is behind all of these different mysteries, but in either case, this crop of mods has been very exciting for all of us who love playing the Enclave. Thanks so much for watching the video. I'm glad you stuck around and saw everything that was on offer here. I'm sure more is coming. This stuff seems to be dropping by the day, and I will try to keep up on it, but there's plenty that I miss. So if you've heard of a mod that you want me to cover, go ahead and let me know in the comments as well. If you've been enjoying this video, please leave me a like. And if you want to see more of my content, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the new stuff that's going to be coming out. Speaking of which, I've got more videos to make, so later, Raiders, I will see you in the next one.